You guys, sales were not great this week, but I still made sales and I want to share them with you. So if that sounds good, just stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I go by MSAWEBB on all platforms, which will be linked down below. I am a reseller on Poshmark and eBay, and on this channel you will find everything dealing with reselling, from what sold videos to hauls to some tips and tricks, as well as unboxings. If all that sounds good to you, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you can come back and see more of my videos. Today's video is a what sold video. It is what sold last week. I just posted another one of these videos a couple days ago, but I'm trying to change up the format because I want to post them earlier in the week just so I can get them out to you guys sooner, and just so I'm not posting everything at the end of the week. In order to do that, I'm going to need to record these on a Sunday, and so I am now changing my sales from Sunday to Saturday. So still a 7-day period, but changing the format a little bit. Now, this week is only going to be a 6-day period because I already covered the previous Sunday. So it'll be Monday, August 24th to Saturday, August 29th. So 6 days. So already right there, the sales are going to be lower because I'm missing a day. But I will say, in general, last week my sales were not that great. But I did make sales, so I am happy about that. I am not complaining. Any sale is more money than I had in my pocket that morning. Okay, so I am sitting on the ground today filming 3 videos because I've had a request for this little girl to join us. This is Teddi, my little puppy. She's 1 year old now. She's growing up. She's getting bigger. But she used to frequently make cameos in my videos because I always sat on the ground and she can't be that far from me. But since I sat in the chair, she's still in the room, but you just can't see her. So I sat on the ground today to film 3 videos, and she will be in the video most likely. Although now, she's not cooperating. She wants to leave. I was like, okay. I tempted her with a treat, and she's very weird. She has treat spots. So she won't eat it where you give it to her. She will put it in her mouth and carry it around until you allow her to go to her treat spots, which one being her bed downstairs and another being underneath the table. She wants to eat them in those specific spots. But anyway, I will get on with this video. 6 days of sale. I start with Poshmark. I end with eBay. I go over what they sold for and what I went into my bank account after fees, as well as how long I had the item and whether or not I would purchase it again. So Monday, August 24th, I made 2 sales on Poshmark. First were these Jack Rogers sandals. They were their classic medallion sandals. I got these in a ThredUp box. It was my last shoe unboxing, which I think might have been my last video or the video before last. These sold rather quickly in 5 days, but I only sold them for $25, taking home $20. I maybe could have waited for more, but it's the end of the summer and I was just happy for the quick flip. Now, if I would pick up this item again, maybe, depending on the shape that they're in. Anytime I find Jack Rogers around this area, they're in usually horrible shape. If you want to see one, you can go check out my closet where I have a Jack Rogers pair of boots that are not in good shape. And I don't know why I picked them up. It was the first time I found the brand, so I tend to pick them up the first time I find them. So second sale was this Garnet Hill 3/4 sleeve top. It's just a plain cotton top, but I do very well with Garnet Hill. It doesn't get talked about that much on YouTube, but I pick up this brand pretty much whenever I see it, as long as it's in good condition. I sold this for $23, taking home $18.40, and it was only listed for 2 weeks. So I consider that a good flip for a plain shirt. Tuesday the 25th, I had one sale. It was this pair of Crocs. They were the flats with a little medallion on it, so not your standard Crocs. I don't normally pick up Crocs. I think I've done it twice now, but they have both sold. But they were 2 items that were not your traditional Crocs. They were different styles. These sold for $15. I took home $12, and they were listed for 2.5 weeks. Wednesday the 26th, I made 3 sales, but it was actually 6 items because one was a bundle. First sale was this vintage oversized knit sweater. I picked up a bunch of these about 8 months ago. I've been listing them, and they've been selling pretty regularly. They slowed down, of course, when we got to the summertime. So I'm probably going to start relisting all of these sweaters just because the winter is coming again. But I sold this piece for $15, taking home $12. And like I said, I had it listed for 7 months. Okay. Next was this pair of Rothy's. They were the black honeycomb flat with the rounded toe. Don't get excited. I did not find these in the wild. These are my pair of Rothy's. I'm no longer going to be working in an office, even if and when all of this stuff ends. I am now permanently from home. So I just don't need, really expensive casual shoes like this, like work casual shoes. And I just, I can live with the cheap Sketcher knockoff. So I decided to sell these. I sold them for $75, taking home $60, and they sold in 3 days. So Rothy's do sell really fast still. And I think if you get more rare or, more vibrant patterns, they're going to sell for a lot higher amount. I think the honeycomb black is no longer in sale for the flats, but it's just a plain black shoe, so it's not gonna go for as much as a cool red shoe or something with a print. Okay, next sale was 3 items. It was a bundle. First was this vintage skull t-shirt. It was an Alaska t-shirt, which is funny because this is also an Alaska t-shirt that I'm wearing right now, a vintage one. This one's single stitch, though. I don't think that one was. And I had that shirt listed for 4.5 months. Next was this Friends t-shirt. It was not vintage. It was just, a reproduction by Warner Brothers. And that was only listed for 4 days. The last shirt I just got because of the graphic. I don't really think it's any, kind of brand. They might sell it at Walmart or something. It was this Helix tee, but it had kind of a biker motif to it. And that was only listed for 3 weeks. So I sold all 3 of these shirts together for $45, taking home $36. I would pick up most likely any of these shirts again, but it's really, none of them were like brands. It was graphic tees or vintage tees. I definitely pick those up when I find them. I don't often find them around here for some strange reason. There's just not a lot of them, but when I do find them, I do pick them up. Thursday the 27th, I had 2 sales, but they were 3 items because one was a bundle. First sale was the bundle. It was this Patterson top. It was just like a peasant top. And then this American Eagle new with tags dress. So I sold this bundle for $25, taking home $20. The dress was listed for 10 days, and I think the top was a relist. I know that because I've had this top for like a year, but it said on Poshmark I'd only had it posted for 2 months. But it was a relist. So $25 was low, and I hesitated to take it because I would have liked to have sold the American Eagle dress for just $25. But I ended up selling it for this because honestly, I kept thinking of like what I would sell the first shirt for and what I would sell the dress for, and it added up really to like $30, $32. And I was like, really? Am I not going to have this sell based on like $5? And the answer to that was no. I wanted this sell. Because I've had the Patterson top for a very long time, and I just don't think that's a very popular brand. And the American Eagle was new with tags, and it was new, but it was weird. Like, I could not find a stock photo for that piece whatsoever. It said it was from last year, but I could not find one. But anyway, so I was just happy to, make my money back on the first item. And yeah, I made less of a profit on the second item than I wanted to. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to make the money and move on. Okay, next sale on Thursday the 27th was this pair of Vulcan boots. I actually purchased these boots thinking that they were Ivivva or the kids line for Lululemon. Their symbols at the time looked very similar to me. When I got home, I was like, that is not the Ivivva symbol. And so I looked it up, and it's actually this brand Vulcan, which can have a good, resale value. Probably not a piece I'll be picking up that much. But I did sell these boots for $20, taking home $16, and I had them listed for about 2 months. Friday the 28th, I didn't make any sales on Poshmark, so moving on. Saturday the 29th, I made three sales. First was this Cachet Dress. It was just like a black cocktail dress. I sold for $15, taking home 12. And it says I had this listed for 4 months, but I have had this since I started reselling, so 2 years ago. Cachet was something that people talked about when I first started reselling. I haven't heard a lot of it recently, but they were just saying, you know, this is a brand that had a cult following. That has not been my experience, and that is why I don't pick it up anymore. Not going to say never, because I never say that I'm, okay, that's funny. I never say I'm never. Okay, I don't like saying that I never pick up a brand, because there's always exceptions to that rule. If I run into a Cachet piece that's just awesomely cool and desirable and trendy, yeah, I'll pick it up. So I just, you know, it's just not likely that I will pick that brand up again in the future. Okay, next was this Sundance Tank. I sold it for $14, taking home $11.05. I had this listed for a week. So yeah, Sundance is a brand that it's like a catalog brand, I think. They might have stores. But everyone talks about how it does really well. It's very boho style, so very trendy right now. It's not been my experience that this brand does that well. I don't know if I'm just not picking up the best pieces, but you know, I hesitate when picking it up when I see it. So I don't pick up every piece I see. Sundance and Altered State, I think really hard about those pieces. This piece was a no-brainer. It was 25 cents at a thrift store, not the Goodwill. So I did pick it up. Okay, but since I'm gonna now do no, that's not right. Sunday through Saturday, I'm gonna stop there. That was 6 days of sales, so just keep that in mind. That was 11 sales or 14 items for a total of $297, taking home $237.60 after fees. eBay, oh eBay. eBay was so bad last week. So bad. Okay, so I just now got switched over to managed payments. It was required for me. I think they're like now making everyone switch over just in waves. So it was D-Day for me last week, and I tell you, I got switched over to managed payments, and I did not make a sale. I did not have an offer for 5 days. So I don't know. People are saying, you know, eBay saying that it's not affecting anything, but I'm just telling you, that's what happened. So whatever. I mean, I got paranoid about it. I was like, I got my husband to actually go on eBay and, you know, purchase an item for me just to make sure he could, because I was like convinced that it just wasn't working. Because I mean, not that I have like a huge amount of sales on eBay, but I definitely have more than the 5 that I did. And it's very obvious. Like I had one on Monday. I switched over to managed payments on Tuesday and did not have another sale until Saturday, but then I had 4 sales on Saturday. Like, come on, something happened there, in my opinion. To be fair, that Saturday, 2 of the sales were auction items that ended, so, but still, my observation holds. Okay, but anyway, Monday the 24th, I sold this red swimsuit. It was one piece. It's by the brand Jensen. Don't think it's a very high cost brand. I just picked it up because it had like a pinup style to it, and I thought it was cute and red, and you know. So I picked that up and I sold it for $27.99. I can't give you the exact dates on eBay because you know your listing expires and it gets relisted, so or sell similar and doesn't keep track of the original list date. So, but I don't think this was ever relisted. And if it was only one time. So I've had it at most a month. So I definitely would pick up this style of item again. Just not right now, most likely, but you know, I would pick it up. And I sold it for $27.99. That is plus shipping. I do not offer free shipping on eBay, so I'm just gonna give you what it sold for, but everything would be plus shipping. Okay, the 29th, I made 4 sales. First were these pair of Ugg Wedges. I sold these for $50. These were listed for a lot longer than I thought they would be. I thought they would sell rather quickly when I listed them, but it might have been because I think I listed them in April. So summer, you don't really think of Uggs to purchase. So they did sell. So I'm happy with the price that they sold for. All right, next sale was this Gloria Vanderbilt tropical printed button down. I sold it for $20, and this wasn't listed that long, maybe a month. This is not a brand that actually I've ever picked up. I won't say never, but I have never picked it up. This came in a thread up new tags plus size clothing box that I purchased a long time ago that I'm only now listing. So, I don't think they even offer this box anymore, but that came in this box and I'm listing the items and this was it. And just to point out, this was new with tags and a 2X, so I wouldn't be going out and buying all the Gloria Vanderbilt. This just had a lot going for it. Okay, next two sales were the auctions I discussed. First was this Fabletics not leggings. First was this Fabletics top. I sold it for $5.88. It was just a plain cotton top. So I think this was the first Fabletics piece I ever found, so that's why I picked it up. But anyway, it sold. I got my money back, probably. Maybe not. Maybe I lost money on this, maybe a little bit. But anyway. Okay, next was this BLL NYC dress. So I sold this for $5.98. Both of these only had one bid. This is what I had as the minimum bid. Somebody put in a bid like the last minute. I've not had much luck with auction pieces, but that's probably because I only ever use auction if I've had the item for forever and I don't think it's selling. So that's probably why. I think this situation with this dress was, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but if you look up comps in the store, sometimes they just appear a lot higher than when you get home and you can actually research and you see that this is a lot lower than what the comps were in the store. I don't know. Does your mind play tricks on you in the store? I have no idea. But this is one of those situations. I've had this for quite a while, maybe a year, so I was happy to leave it. I probably did lose money on this item. Yeah, well, yes, because after fees I would, because the dresses are $4.99. I sold it for $5.98, so yeah. Anyway, happy to get some of my money back. Happy with that. Okay. So that leaves eBay, like I said, 5 sales for a total of $109.85. And I take out 20% because after doing my taxes, that's really what it can come up to. Although managed payments might make it different because you won't have PayPal fees. But anyway, we'll talk about that more later. But right now, I'm going to take out 20% like I have in the past. So that means I took home $87.88. That is really bad for me on eBay. Yeah, I have not been lower than, 100 in a long time. But whatever. It was a bad week. Let's just move on for that. Okay, so that is a total of 16 sales over across both platforms for a total of 19 items because of all the bundles. So I made gross sales $406.85 and I took home $325.48. So that was 6 days, like I said, although I don't know if I added today, if that would be much better. I've only made one sale so far and it's like 6 o'clock. So I don't know. It's just a very slow week for me. And don't compare yourself because, 2 years ago when I started, this would have been an amazing sales week. But I have been doing this for 2 years. I put a lot of work into it. So this is a slow week for me specifically. It could be a great week for you. It could be a bad week for you. It could be a horrible week for you for some people. So this is bad for me. It might not be bad for someone else. And it might be horrible for someone else. That's my point. But yes, guys, that is my sales, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how sales were for you this past week. Were they good? Were they bad? Also, if you're an eBay seller, did managed payments affect you in any way with the transfer, if you have transferred? I know I have heard people say it's not changing anything. I don't know. Did for me. Come on. That is very specific. I feel like it did something. Enough about managed payments and how I felt like they screwed me over for a few days. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you can know when I post a video. And I will see you guys next week with an entire week's sales, hopefully higher than this one. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.